stunned by how um, how tragic things can occur. And they say they say the saying is a picture is worth a thousand words. But in this case, there's no possible picture that can describe how people felt and how scared people were during that one day. During that one day 20 years ago. It also made us stronger in more ways than one. Hi, I'm Gregory Chemis. I'm going to hide the comments on this for a minute here because I just want to tell a story quickly and then I'll open up the comments. I used to think I used to think that we could all get along. You know, that's the wish for a child growing up. I also believed, in that old saying that you could do anything you wanted to if you set your mind to it. And I quickly realized that my mindset was crushed from the very beginning. Just like many other people's, they're affected by issues that are still going on today. And the cruelest thing of all is that some of the people who who disappoint you thrive on it. Now, if you were to do that in a verbal way, that could hurt your feelings for a long time. And you know, especially the people who don't look themselves in the mirror and say, "Do I really care about anything?" But I want to tell you something, you guys. Everybody who believes in themselves somehow will survive. You know, look at what we look at. The other thing that is a part of it is how much contribution and how much you're willing to contribute to when things go wrong or to somebody else's success. That's a rare gift that's way too it's way too rare. And 20 years later, sometimes it feels like it just isn't there. Um, let's get back to the story. Tomorrow's the 20th anniversary of September 11th, 2001. I never knew how I'd feel. But you know what? There's always somebody out there who's grieving and trying to make a difference at the same time. Some of my closest relatives tell me that that they saved my life, that they saved me from seizures, and they fed me and all that stuff, and that's all wonderful. But when they have told me at the same time that I couldn't have done it without it, without them, I don't know what to think of that because the whole reason the whole reason was to prove to them I could. And now because I feel like I've let them down, it's taking a toll on me. Now, what I just told you, some of the more moronic crowds would just would just label me as incompetent, mentally unstable, all that stuff. But this isn't about me. And before I sing the song about healing old wounds and stuff, let us not forget people. Let us not forget vo- who votes in these public officials to label us. We vote them in, and they have the audacity of telling us, the disability, the mentally challenged. They have the audacity of telling us what we can't do legally anymore. Yet things like it let yet things like bullying, harassment, and a whole bunch of other crimes are going on then as they are going on now. And I've heard that even some people in this last 20 years, a lot of people actually haven't forgotten about the effects of losing a loved one. And you know what? Though she wasn't on affected by this, she died earlier. I haven't forgotten an effect of losing my grandmother either. So I understand. I really do understand. What I don't understand is what I don't understand how people can be so cruel and so careless to other people and still think they can just, get away with it, because most of the time they do. Now, I'm not on here tonight to talk about, the Christian thing to do or the Christian way to feel it. I'm here tonight to give some sympathy to people who are going through the same thing. And I want to start by singing a song of mine that I plan to have. I plan to introduce to you from the very beginning, and it's called "Knock Me Down." So if you could decide to share this broadcast, um, we'll go ahead and get started. By the way, I'm going to go ahead and open up comments very soon. Um, if you want to be in here, I appreciate it, and we appreciate it. If we get any trolls in here, any at all, please block them immediately. We don't need that tonight at all. Thank you. I, I will never take advantage of you. I will never take advantage of you. This experience is nothing new to me. This experience is nothing new to me until you came into my life, and I only had to realize I've sorry. This experience is nothing new to me. This experience is nothing new to me until you came into my life. This is nothing new to me. I've had girlfriends before, I've had all of them adore me, yeah. Then they have knocked me down. They have knocked me down. I've had the pain of them adore me, and then they have knocked me down. So before then, I have always told myself I would never ever throw myself in the doorway. I have always gone the same way. Knock me down before that time would come my way. This is what I said to myself. I would never take advantage of myself before I would take advantage of anybody else. No, but I would never take advantage of anybody else because I've been myself before. Knock me down, knock me down. This is what I said to myself. This is what I said to myself. I would always take advantage of myself before I would take advantage of anybody else. Ooh. But I would never take advantage of anybody else until I would find like somebody like myself, because I would look into my eyes, and just like this I would realize I don't want to hurt anybody else just because I have been myself before. I would knock myself any chance anymore. Knock me down, knock me down. No, 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 no. I've had the pain of being subjected to this before. I've had the pain of being subjected to discrimination before, and it has put me into a place I never want to go to again anymore. No, 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 no. I have a new imagination. I have a new realization. Ooh, yeah. Knock me down. Knock me down. I don't want to take advantage of you. Why do I have to close myself into a doorway? My life has been thrown away. I feel the same way as I did before now. Ooh, 2004 is so long ago now. And why do I feel the same way as I did before now? Ooh, knock me down, knock me down, down to the ground. Oh, punch me out, I won't care anymore now. Knock me down because I have been there before now. Knock me down, knock me down. Tell me how to trust right now. Tell me how to go about it right now, myself now, because I've heard it all myself now. Ooh, knock me down. This is a frenzy, this is crazy, and I know myself better from all the rest. This is what I know best, to not pay attention to this anymore. Knock me down before. Give me a second chance, give me a second chance. I have big blue eyes, and now I realize that I don't even know what to do. Knock me down, knock me down. Oh, knock me down. Maybe I need to cry more. I need to cry into somebody else. Knock me down. The last thing I want to do is hurt somebody else. Ooh, knock me down. Knock me down. Oh, the thing you gotta do is feel so, so down to be so vulnerable until you feel so full. Knock me down, knock me down. You gotta find what you need to believe in your soul. Ooh, knock me down. You gotta find what you need to believe in your soul. Ooh, ooh. Never realized how much energy there is in singing right now sometimes. You know, my my hope is for you guys sometimes to believe that recovery is possible, but know there are people that sometimes there's no hope for. And you know, um, but sometimes you also got to remember the good memories only up to a certain point, right? I mean, for example, if I hung on to everything that's happened in my life, for example, I'd probably knock myself out, you know, like like collapse from all the stress and stuff. But but the challenge is that we have to overcome them. And it took 10 years or more for me to overcome them. But I eventually did so. Some people, they stay trapped their whole life. I felt like I was one of those guys. Sometimes I still do. But I know the right way is to trust. The right way is to trust things will get better. Now, I can't speak on the behalf of other families or, you know, whose lives were cut short, but I can offer wisdom and advice to people who are watching, who relate to this. It would be absolutely disingenuous for me to go on about my day without recognizing that this was an unimaginable accident. I mean, it's not an accident, but it's an accident that so many lives were killed, but it wasn't an accident that like it was on the spot. And you know what? I am genuinely sorry that this is a part of our history. Sometimes sometimes knowing what history happens, you can, if you're smart, you can learn from it and not have to take so much action to learn from it so that you can prevent it. Um, um, so if anybody wants to share this soon, go ahead. Gonna unhide my comments now. I mean it. If there's any trolls, I will block them or have somebody else block them. So my comments my comments are on now. If anybody wants to engage, I see there's 5 people in here, or at least watching. Um, Sometimes there's a way to not focus on the, like I said, not focus on the tragedy all your life long, and then sometimes there is. But, you know, in this case, I want to say freedom comes at a price, and accidents happen. The biggest thing I was afraid of, right around that time, 2001, 2002, was that I would have no legacy or no family or anything, no friends. And while that is still kind of the truth, it's gotten better. You know, you don't have to you don't have to present yourself in a picture perfect form, because there is no such thing. And I'd be very leery if anyone believes that. That's why I've never believed in being a perfectionist either. And yes, I'm called crazy all the time about it. Um, but despite all the abuse I've taken over the years, I try and find a way to make it possible to help other people besides my music and also in my lyrics. I I may I may be able to finally distribute my series. I don't know yet, but sometimes sometimes you just got to think about what you do and why, to get through something, you know. And so, although I was hoping more people would come in here, um, I just want to know. I just want to know. Excuse me. You just want to know from me, and I just wanted to tell you that there are some people who care, and I'm one of them. And when somebody doesn't appreciate you for who you are, you just move past them. You know, you can you can hold your head down, think of the memories, especially when you're in an isolated room. That's always the hardest part about it. It's isolation. And I understand how isolated someone can feel at times when they've lost somebody they care about, or when they're just feeling alone. You know, I understand. Thing I can tell you though is that it doesn't matter whether people say you're having an anxiety attack when you're just breathing and trying to get it out of the system. It doesn't matter if people say you're being too explosive, or you're just trying to be angry, and that's the way you are all the time. It doesn't matter to us. It's just like it's just like if if somebody was your enemy, and which kind of relates to this, but if somebody was your enemy and you said so much garbage about them, right? They'd either let you go or shoot you, you know, basically, and they wouldn't care less. So my question to you is, why do you hang on? Why do you hang on to that energy? You know, I've been told so much stuff at times, like letting go, like loving people at a distance. Great, that's nice, but that doesn't take away the pain at times. And don't ever let anybody tell you that you need to take away you need to disregard the pain of something happening, especially when it comes to, you know, an unnatural passing. Okay, that hurts. That really hurts. Um, anyways, all you can do is wish them well and just go on about your day. The biggest advice I can tell you right now is stop wishing for the past to repeat itself and stop wishing for the impossible, because that's exactly what it is if you just listen to what I just said very, very well. I I want to give my regards to everybody here, and in case anybody is feeling, the effects still, no, you're not alone. And no, and whoever's feeling I gotta say this, whoever's feeling the ineffects or the feeling of discrimination or inequality from the law, you're definitely not alone. And I just wish you guys all the best, and I hope you guys will connect with me sometime soon. Thank you.